How to survive an earthquake tutorial. Earthquakes are natural disasters that occur suddenly without warning. An earthquake is a violent ground motion caused by the release of energy from within the earth. The rocks of the earth cross, crack, slip, or break, a release of accumulated energy cores, and these earthquakes are known as tectonic earthquakes. During the earthquakes, energy is released in the form of waves, which travel from the point of the origin of the earthquakes and expand through the interior of the earth or are projected towards the Earth's surface. These waves or energy arise from the sudden rupture or slipping of the rocks of the geological faults. Earthquakes are devastating disasters that leave entire cities destroyed and many human losses. That is why it's important to know what to do and what not to do when faced in this situation. What to do before an earthquake? First, you must to make a family emergency plans design task. Second, make an emergency kit in case of land evacuation. It is important to take with us important items to cover basic needs. If you are going to build a house, make sure it is earthquake resistant. 4. Gather your family to define in a participation manner the responsibilities of each member in case of an earthquake as well as evacuation routes of the house. And the end, it's important to remove heavy objects located in the high parts of your home.
Next, I am going to talk about the emergency backpack. If an earthquake occurs, it's necessary to have an emergency backpack ready. But what things do you need to have in your emergency backpack? In your emergency backpack, you should only have the important and the necessary things, because it shouldn't be too heavy or large. And a personal emergency backpack must have a maximum weight of 8 kilograms. However, if the emergency backpack is for the whole family, it must have a maximum weight of 20 kilograms. In addition, it must have a internal sides and a front pocket to better organize the things. And the things inside the backpack must ensure your survival for 24 hours. In your emergency backpack, you should have a first aid kit with cotton, alcohol, a thermometer, band-aids, scissors, and hydrogen peroxide. Also, you need to put non-perishable foods and some dried grains in your backpack. You should also have a bottle of water, a map, matches, a cutting knife, and the most important thing is to have a communication device, such as a cell phone. However, when an earthquake occurs, the telephone lines are overloaded and calls don't work properly. Therefore, it is advisable to have a battery-powered radio because you can listen the news and you know what you have to do or where to go. In addition, it's necessary to have a whistle because you can suffer some accident and you can blow the whistle for the other people to listen and the people can help you. Also for the night, you need a small blanket and a coat to keep you warm and a flashlight. Wouldn't it be great if every family had an emergency backpack at home? I think it would be great if everyone had the emergency backpack always ready to survive because a natural disaster such as earthquake is unexpected and you can survive if you have your emergency backpack. Thank you.
What to do before an earthquake? Ecuador, being a country located in the Andes chain and having irregular tectonic plates, is frequently affected by earthquakes. For example, the earthquake of 2016 in Pedernales. Preventive measures. If you are inside a building, it is important that you remain calm and follow the emergency protocol. Don't run in search of exit. It can cause accident. If you have no way out, load of triangulates of light. Place yourself under the door frame, under a table or a column. Get away from walls and windows, because when collapsing, it could hurt you. If you are driving, park immediately away from streets and buildings that can collapse. Turn on the parking lights and stay inside the car. If you are walking on the street, try to get to an open place where is no danger. And finally, if you get stuck in the trouble, try to make noises to get help.
And now we're talking about what to do after an earthquake. And as we know, an earthquake is too dangerous. Indeed, lots of people die when earthquakes are of a great magnitude. And the reason is quite simple. It's because the buildings are cracked. So after an earthquake, we can't just walk in. We need to call someone to assess the damage that the building received, since providing we entered, we could get hurt due to the instability of the structure. Nevertheless, we need to wait a moment because we must leave the telephone line free so that people who are injured can be treated urgently by ambulances. Right after the earthquake has passed, we need to check that if the people around us are okay. We have to check that there are no injuries because during earthquakes, many people can be injured or even wounded, hit with a rock, or even pass out. So, providing we see someone with these conditions, we should call the emergency system to help that person get medical attention as quickly as possible. And sometimes electricity may be cut off due to technical failures. So if this happens, all we have to do is use flashlights. We can't use candles, matches, or open flames inside because there is a possibility of a gas leak. And finally, you have to be very careful if you live in a coastal town, because after an earthquake, a tsunami is also likely to occur. So you have to turn on the radio and listen to the current situation. And that was all, I think. We hope that you have learned something new about how to deal with these earthquakes. We say goodbye, see you soon, and bye bye.